All right, shooters, in this episode, John Shrek McPhee talks about things that we don't always do right when shooting from the prone.
I want to talk to you guys about the prone and problems with the prone position. And I think over the years there's been people have been using the prone since World War II, probably before then, shooting rifles. And I know I was taught in the Army to always lay on a 30-degree angle from the machine gun or the gun you're shooting. I was taught, to have it off my body, and the truth is a lot of this isn't correct, and I see this on the video all the time. So here's what I'm going to show you guys is we got a little guy, he's in the prone position, right, and he's shooting the rifle. And look, what I was taught was to lay with the gun pointed this way on a 30-degree angle to my body. But the so what about it is, as the gun is on an angle to your body, what's going to happen is the gun attacks your shoulder, and your shoulder will give on that angle, introducing play into the gun. Anytime there's play in the gun, what happens is it's harder to keep the sights on target, it's harder to read your shot, it's hard to follow up your shot because the gun's never in the same place, right? So what I tell guys is the gun needs to be in line with the body. And watch, I'll draw a line, right, down the body, and then exits out somewhere between the thigh and the knee. This line comes out. This is where the gun needs to be. Okay, as the gun's in line with the body, what happens as the gun recoil is it has to recoil through my shoulder, through my torso, through my hips, right? And the truth is their shoulder's only gonna move down so much. This is going to take a lot of that play that you traditionally see in the gun out, and it's gonna keep the gun much steadier as you shoot. That's the first thing I see. Right? So always try to keep the gun in line with the body so it goes in the shoulder, through the body, through the hips, and it should exit out the inside of the knee. The next piece to this is your legs, right? And then you see on my little guy, what I did is I cocked his firing leg just a little bit. And here's the deal, as you lay in the prone, a lot of guys want to lay flat, and they've been trained to keep their feet and everything flat to the body, or flat to the ground, excuse me, as close as possible. The so what to this is as you breathe, your diaphragm gives, and what happens as you breathe, the gun comes up and down. So if you're tired, you're breathing hard, the gun's going to just move more, right? If you just cock the firing leg just a little bit, it's going to get your diaphragm off the ground, and any of that breathing, the gun moving from the breathing, any of that's going to go away. So now we're going to negate the breathing by just cocking the firing leg, right? So if you're lefty, that's your left leg. If you're righty, it's your right leg. And that's what we're going to do to negate the breathing. The last piece to all of it is putting it all together is the grip of the rifle and holding the gun tight. I've talked about this before. A lot of guys think they hold the gun tight. What I see on the video is the gun moves all over the place in their hands. You need a good grip of the gun. 60-40 grip has told you you don't have to grip the gun tight. And the truth is, don't do a 60-40 grip. Think of it as 200% grip. Why 200? 100% with each hand. Pull the gun tight into the body, and the last piece is push the shoulder forward, lock the shoulder forward. As the firing hand pulls rearward, you lock the shoulder forward, locks the gun to the body, takes all that play out. Now, as you shoot, the sights don't move. If the sights don't move, you can follow your shots, you can send better shots, you can see every one of your shots instead of the guns all over the place, right? So make sure that you get all this tight and you take all the slack out of all this so the sights are on target as long as possible. I'm John Shrek McPhee, the Sheriff of Baghdad.
Trigger Time TV is brought to you by Kinetic Development Group, Glock Perfection, Bravo Company Manufacturing, Bravo Company USA, Innovative Gunfighter Solutions, G-Code Holster, SIG Electro-Optics, Zero Tolerance Knives, Primary Weapon Systems, Silencer Co., Lucid Optics, Velocity Systems, Ultimate Training Munitions, and ammunition provided by Precision Delta.
We would like to dedicate today's show to the men and women of the United States military and law enforcement, the people that stand in the gap and keep our country free. God bless America.